Hey guys, my name is Camille. Welcome to my channel. This is your job, career, and life purpose reading from now until the end of the year. I am new to YouTube, so if you like what you hear today or you want to hear more from me, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to connect with me or book a personal reading, all my info is listed in the description box below. These messages may sound all over the place because honestly, I just channel them. They don't really go in any specific order, so I do advise you to listen all the way to the end because I might say something that resonates with you later on in the reading. Some of these messages might sound crazy, but obviously, if it comes up, it's meant for somebody to hear, right? Please remember that these messages are general and they may or may not resonate with everybody, so if they don't relate to you, then they're not for you, okay? I think that's all I needed to say, so let's get into this reading. Hi, Taurus. So before I start, I just want to let you guys know how I do these readings. I use tarot cards and I channel the information before I record. I do take notes, so if you see me looking over here, that's what I'm doing, looking at my notes. I forgot to mention in my last reading that I use this deck, the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Dorian Virtue. Don't look at my nails. I think that's all I have to say. So the first card that I got for you guys is this Creative Expression card. And it says, your soul longs to express itself creatively. And the message that I got for that card is that some of you are letting go of people, places, things, and thoughts that have been blocking you from expressing yourself. For those of you who feel like you haven't been able to manifest what you want, I'm seeing that this manifestation block revolves around creativity. You either need to be more creative with your resources to get what you want, or you just need to express yourself, express your creative side. Tauruses are actually very creative, like naturally. So if you feel like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about, I am not creative, you just need to realize what is creative about you. Because I used to think the same thing, but trust me, there's something. Creativity involves anything to do with the way you express yourself. So like the way you dress, the way you do your hair, the way you organize your space, or the way you sing or dance, pretty much any kind of way that you express yourself. So you need to express the side of you that is uniquely you, that's different. You know, everybody expresses themselves differently, and you need to express yourself how you express yourself to manifest what you want. Some of you are unsure about what you want to do in life, or how you want to express yourself through work, or what kind of job or career would make you happy, and you need to ask your spirit guides, your angels, whatever you believe in as a higher power, to guide you to it. For others of you, I see that you're either having a hard time expressing yourself, or you feel like you can't express yourself, like something's holding you back. But I don't see anything stopping you or holding you back from it, so you're basically holding yourself back. I see that you've been all up in your head lately, overthinking this, and you just need to do whatever the hell it is that you want to do. Express yourself however you want to express yourself, because you've been allowing your thoughts to hold your physical self back. Like you've been all anxious and worried about a thought, like something that never actually happened. It's in your head. It's just a thought, and you've been letting it physically hold yourself back, and you need to eliminate that thought so that you can like move forward. You need to let go of conflict, whether it's in your thoughts or with other people, because those negative feelings like fear or frustration or anger or disappointment that you feel about yourself or another person are going to manifest more of those types of things. So fear is going to manifest more fear in your life, and frustration is going to manifest more frustration in your life. Whatever you focus your attention on now is going to manifest in the future. And if all you think about is what somebody ain't doing or what you don't have, that's the energy that you're sending out now, and that's the energy that you're going to get back in the future. The next card that I have for you guys is this Protected card, and it says, you are safe and supported while you change your career. You know what? Let me fix this because I don't like it. Okay. So the message that I got for that card is that some of you feel like your current work situation is too stressful and burdensome, and you want to start a new job or career. For a few of you, I see that your job is actually hard on your body, and you need to find something that would be better for your physical health. Because no job or no nothing is worth your health. Like, your health is literally what keeps you alive. So you should never let anything jeopardize that. Some of you may feel tied to or trapped in your current job, and you feel like you can't leave because you don't see a way out, or you don't see how you'll be able to maintain, like how you'll be able to pay your bills or buy clothes or food. And you need to move towards what you want to do. So whatever you want to do, if it's have a new job or start a little side business or start a hobby or something that you actually want to do that. By move towards, I mean actually make a physical action towards it. So apply for a new job, or start that YouTube channel, or start doing whatever it is that you want to do, even if it's on the side. But by doing it, it's like you're showing the universe that you are actually serious about, you're actually serious about that thing, and it's gonna meet you halfway, because you're here to live life, Taurus, not let life live you. Some of you may have recently lost or quit a job, and you may be feeling like it's the end of the world because you don't really know what's gonna happen next, but it's not. Okay, things have to end for old things have to end for new things to begin, and you can't make room for new things in your life without clearing out the old stuff. It's like, if this is your life right now, and it's all like tight and cluttered and there's no room for it. And this is the new thing trying to come into your life, but it doesn't have any room. You have to let go, literally, of all those things that you don't want to be in your life anymore. And then you have to let go of all those things that you don't want in your life anymore to make room for the new stuff. You can't receive it because you have too much stuff in the way. For some of you, your home life and your money and your relationships are all feeling upside down right now. And it's time for change, and it's time for you to live your life in a new kind of way so you can have new kinds of experiences. And I know you're probably like, damn, like, why is everything so fucked up in my life right now? Because that is a lot of stuff to be messed up, and those things are very important. But it's because the universe is like giving you the signal, like it's time to move on to the next level in your life. And you've grown out of your old circumstances in life. Okay, just think about it this way. As long as you're living and breathing, your body is going to continue to grow and transform. You're going to get bigger or smaller, or things are going to start to loosen up or whatever. You won't be able to fit the same clothes you used to. You won't be able to do the same things you used to. And you won't even look how you used to. And your soul is the same way. As long as you're living and breathing, your soul is going to continue to grow and transform. You won't fit in where you used to. You won't want to do the same things that you used to. And your life won't look the same way that it used to. It has to grow and it has to transform. It's called evolution. Everybody has to go through it. It happens to everyone. You need to do whatever you're uncomfortable or afraid to do, and just take the leap of faith. I know that sometimes Tauruses can be stubborn. But let me tell you something. Don't get offended by the word stubborn, because I used to get really offended when people used to say Tauruses are so stubborn, like all the time. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why does everybody have to say that about us? Like, and people only like use it in the most negative way. Like, you never hear someone says like, I'm stubborn to like accomplish my goal. Like, people only use stubborn in the negative context. But your weaknesses are your strengths, and your strengths are your weaknesses. So yes, sometimes you may be really unflexible or unmovable or bullheaded about change sometimes. But when you flip that energy and you move it towards what you do want, or towards change, or towards your goals, or towards a better life, you're literally so powerful. A bull is so powerful. It's so unstoppable. It's so unmovable. Like, you're literally be so unfuckwittable. Like, people cannot fuck with you when you're trying to accomplish something. because everybody knows that Tauruses are stubborn, but everybody also knows that when a Taurus is mad or determined to do something, you better get the fuck out of their way. Everybody knows both sides. Like I said, your strengths, weaknesses can be your strengths, and strengths can be your weaknesses. It depends on how you use that energy. The universe understands that this is a transitional period for you right now, so you're going to have extra help and guidance to get you through this time. The next card that I got for you guys is this music card. And it says, your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So some of you want to become musicians, like singers, rappers, producers, or just playing an instrument. And I see some of you specifically making music about how people have taken things from you in the past, or female inequality, or the empowerment of women. Making music about love, or about justice and balance in society, or about people who have lied on you. But I see you speaking your truth through your music. Some of you aren't really satisfied with what you've been getting back from your music, and you either need to take a new approach to get a new result, or you need to focus and work harder to produce better results. Some of you haven't been able to manifest what you want because you've been just like putting in hella work, like for the sake of being productive. Like you've been making hella songs or mixtapes or beats or videos or compositions, but it's not really doing what you want it to do, because you think that if you work hard, you'll be able to accomplish your goals, but that's not it. You're using like too much masculine energy, which is like physically taking action towards a goal, and you need to use some of your feminine energy, which is having faith or believing that you can accomplish something, and the emotions associated with whatever you want to manifest. And everybody has masculine and feminine energy, whether you identify as a male or a female or whatever you identify as. So say if you're a singer and your goal is to make an album that makes you famous, or have some hit songs on your album, and you've been writing and you've been recording and you've been putting in a lot of physical work towards your goal, but you actually have to believe that you deserve to be and can be famous, and you have to align your emotions with the feelings of being famous. So it's like the Bible says, faith without works is dead. If you have faith in something but don't actually put in any physical work, it won't manifest. That also means that works without faith is dead. So if you're constantly putting in work towards something, but you don't believe that you could actually have what you want, it won't manifest. And like, you won't be able to bring your vision to life. That's why it says faith without works is dead. Like, it literally cannot happen. It cannot become life. So think about how you would feel if you were a famous singer. What would you feel like? Would you be happy, or would you feel free, or would you feel empowered? Because whatever that feeling is, that's the feeling, that's how you need to feel right now. It's like you've been taking action, but you need to work on believing and feeling the emotions on how your life would be if you manifested what you want, because that's what's going to actually manifest it for you. And I know that kind of seems like skipping a step, like, how can I feel that way if that didn't happen to me yet? But that's like how the law of attraction works. You feel the feeling ahead of time. You feel already like it's done for you, and it happens for you. But you also have to put in the work. Like, don't you ever wonder how some people, they make music like forever and they're still not famous, and other people like just start out making music and they just become famous like fast as hell? It doesn't really have anything to do with talent, how talented you are. It's more about if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you can make it far, and if you feel like you're worthy enough or you deserve to be in that spot. Especially like some of these rappers, because I be feeling like they suck, like they're trash. But obviously they're doing something right, because, you know, they're out there doing everything they want to do in life. You know, they obviously believed in themselves. They obviously felt like they were worthy enough to be a rapper or to live that type of lifestyle. Some of you have been putting in work but you haven't been really coming from that creative space that makes musicians unique, like, and noticeable. It's like that music that comes from the soul, you know? Like, you know how you be listening to some music, you're not really listening to it or paying attention to it, but when your song comes on, you be like, oh, I love that song, or like, that's my shit right there. Like, you know, it don't gotta be like a love song, but you know, I mean, any kind of music. It's like you got some kind of emotion attached to that song when you listen to it or when it comes on, because the person who made it put some kind of emotion into that song when they made it. And also, people prefer quality over quantity, especially when it comes to music. So don't just make music for the sake of making music. Put out music that really expresses and comes from how you really feel. Some of you are taking quick action towards your goals because you were contemplating or at a standstill for too long. And for those of you who've already taken that action, you might see results by December. And for those of you who just started, you might see results in like 5 months. Overall, though, I see that this music endeavor will bring you new financial blessings and opportunities that'll make you very happy. And the next card I got for you guys is this crystals card. And it says your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. And the message I got for that is that some of you may feel like you're not able to manifest at this time. And again, I see that you need to express yourself and listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. Like, what is it trying to tell you to do right now? Because you need to do that. I'm also seeing that some of you have a lot of spiritual knowledge and abundance that you would like to share with others. You definitely need to work on healing your solar plexus chakra, which deals with your self-confidence, your willpower, your ability to take on challenges, independence, and control over your life. And this message came up very, very strong. So you can go buy pyrite, citrine, tiger's eye, yellow agate, or any yellow colored crystal. You can also listen to solar plexus meditation music, or you can work with an energy healer. But since this is the crystals card, it obviously has something to do with healing with crystals. So you can carry it or wear it or keep it close by you to bring in that specific energy. And yeah, I have on a crystal right now. It's a necklace. It's rose quartz. And I know it has to deal with love, like unconditional love, and some other things, but I do like to wear it. I do like the energy that it brings. And I actually got this from the zoo. I was like there with my nephew, but it was so pretty. There was a lot of other ones that I wish I would have grabbed, but I'm happy that I got it. I also see that for a few of you, you may be thinking about selling crystals. So whether that may be in a shop or online, or you may want to sell them regularly, because there's crystals that, you know, just come as stones or made up as jewelry. It's going to bring a lot of creativity and passion in you. Overall, I see that expressing yourself creatively will move you along pretty fast, so don't hesitate to do what you're passionate about at this time. The next card that I got for you guys is this travel card, which says your life purpose involves traveling. And the message I got for that card is that some of you are leaving the past behind. I see that you're either wanting to literally move to a new location for a job or career, or you want a job or career where you can leave from where you live and travel to other places. Whatever career you take on and travel with, I see that it will put you in a place of like a leader, a visionary, or an entrepreneur, someone who's well-liked and who works well with others, and someone who's optimistic and adventurous. For others of you who feel like you're no longer stuck, you're starting to see things for what they are, and you know what you want to do as far as a job or career or life path. Some of you may be presented with new financial opportunities that will allow you to travel for work. Whatever this is, it's gonna make you feel very abundant and healthy and in your element, and basically like you got it all. For others of you, you're definitely letting go of jobs or projects or things that just didn't work out for you, and you're moving on to new things and trying to balance your work and home life and balance your finances. For a few of you, I see that you need to be careful who you tell your ideas to. Maybe it's your travel ideas, or maybe it has something to do with the way that you make money. But I see that someone is like secretly trying to steal your shine or like steal your ideas. The next card that I got for you guys is this trust card. And it says, trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. And the message that I got for that card is that some of you need to trust in yourself that you can actually manifest and obtain a job or career that is fulfilling. I see that you're tied to a negative mentality where you think you're not good enough or brave enough or worthy enough to have a better job or career. You know, you may say stuff like, I don't know how I'm going to do that, or like, I could never have that. You know, and you need to let go of and break from that mentality, because your thoughts become your reality. So if you feel like you feel like or think that you can't have it, then you can't have it. And if you feel like or think that you can have it, then you can. It all depends on what you think. There's plenty of stories out there of people who've accomplished things that people thought that they could never do with way less than what you have. Don't think that they were lucky or like they had something that you don't have. You have a mind and willpower just like they do. And as long as you focus it on what you want and what you believe, you can have and make it happen too. I keep thinking about that, the book, The Little Engine That Could. And I know it's like a kid's book, but like I've noticed that kids' books and movies are really good examples of how we should go about things, how we should go about doing things in life. And it's like we get like so caught up in adulthood that we forget like what really matters sometimes. I suggest you to read a kid's book or watch a kid's movie because they can be very motivational. I like the movie Moana and Coco. Those movies to me are very inspirational. You need to trust in God or the universe or whatever you believe in as a higher power and move towards whatever you're passionate to do in life. And remember to use your male and female energy. So, you know, don't just take the action without believing that you can actually have what you want. And don't just believe that you can actually have what you want without taking some kind of action. You have to do both. Some of you have already done this and you have a grand vision for yourself that you'll see materializing soon. You may have taken a leap of faith and now you've seen all your options and all the opportunities you have available to you. If you feel like you're not sure if what you're doing is worth it, then ask for guidance on what you should do. But also be grateful and thankful for what you do have in your life right now, even if you feel like it's not enough. You can be grateful and still want more at the same time, or still want something else at the same time. Like if you put the energy of gratitude out there, then you'll receive something to be grateful for. And if you put the energy of not thankfulness out there, then you will not receive something to be thankful for, or you won't receive things to be thankful for. Thank God for what you have and ask to be guided to what you want. Some of you may be feeling like if you go after some kind of job or career, you might have to fight to get there or to stay at the top, but you won't have to, because whatever is meant for you cannot be taken away from you. When a door is opened up by God or the universe, it cannot be opened up by anyone else or shut by anyone else, because it's divine order. It was divinely open. That's not something that we have the power to do or that anyone else has the power to do. And our universe is limitless. That means there are no limits to what you can do. The only way that limits exist is if we create them ourselves. So if you don't create limits by what you think, then there won't be any. The next card that I got for you guys is this career change card. And it says, you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance that you desire and deserve. The message I got for that card is that some of you are or want to change careers right now. I see that some of you may be moving with your family to another state or city or country for a new job opportunity. Others of you may be feeling like you haven't been able to celebrate or go do anything fun with your family and friends because of your work, and you feel like you don't have enough money to do those things, and that's why you're pursuing a new job or career. Some of you may have left a job because you weren't seeing eye to eye with your coworkers, or you felt like there was a lot of arguing or difference in opinions. And others of you may have found out some secrets about your business partner or about the place that you work for, and that's why you left. I see that some of you are just feeling like not like your usual self, like you're feeling financially unstable right now because you're changing your job or career, but it's going to turn around for you soon. Whatever you decide to do next that you actually want to do is going to bring out the lighter, like more optimistic energy in you again, and you'll start to see life like when you were a child again. You know, like when kids are waking up in the morning, they don't worry about things or like what they have to do or what people are going to think about them. They just are open to what the day brings them, and they look at life as full of opportunities. And they always want to have fun. And even when they get mad or sad or whatever, they do things that cheer them up. Like they'll go play, or they'll go take a nap, or they'll go eat something. But they get over it. Like they get over it because they want to feel happy again. They don't like stay in a bad mood for like a long period of time like an adult does. Like we have a hard time letting things go and getting over things. So it's like you'll be taking on that childlike energy, which is good, and it's something that we all actually need to get back to doing. The next card that I got for you guys is this practice card. And it says, polish your skills by practicing regularly. So some of you are lacking confidence in what you're doing right now, and you're feeling unmotivated, uninspired, or like you're not as passionate as you want to be about doing something. And you need to practice doing whatever you're trying to do so that you can gain more confidence and motivation and restore that passion that you had before doing that thing. Everybody has to practice no matter what kind of profession they're in, because practice helps build your skill level and help you feel more comfortable doing something. And you feel more confident doing something that you're comfortable with. You need to be more practical and create a system or structure that you can build from. It's just like when we build buildings, we can't just place a window or a door or wood into like mid-air because it would fall. Like, you know, you got to start from the foundation with the base and the outside shell and the frames, and then we can add all that stuff. But you can't skip steps. And that's like basically what some of you are trying to do right now. You're trying to skip steps and go right to the point where you have everything together. And it doesn't work that way. Some of you are going to have to let your guard down and be vulnerable in order to do this thing. And that's why you've been so hesitant and procrastinating on doing it. No one who was ever successful got there without making themselves vulnerable enough to follow their dreams or to follow their ambitions or vision. Like they had to risk being vulnerable. They had to risk being talked about or disagreed with, but they didn't let that stop them, and you shouldn't either. Some of you are focused on what you don't have instead of what you do have. It's like you want to start something, but you feel like you're lacking the resources you need. But you got what you need. It may not look like a lot or be as good as you want it to be, but it'll get the job done. It's like you got to let go of that fixed mindset that something's got to be a certain way in order for you to do it. Like there's plenty of successful people out there who didn't have a car or a home or a camera or the money or the looks that they wanted to pursue a certain career, but they did it anyway, and they ended up gaining those things afterward. You need to be grateful for what you have and use it to get what you want. And don't look at other people like, or so-and-so had this, or they had that to start. Like, just because they had that doesn't mean that you need that. You know, there's plenty of ways to obtain a goal. You got to use what you got to obtain your goal. All the opportunity in the world could be out there for you to have, but what good is it if you don't go for it? I see that some of you are finding balance between two jobs, or a job in a new business, or in your work life, home life, or between your family and yourself. And others of you are coming out of a stressful period and coming into your true self because you've decided to express yourself authentically, and you're tapping into your inner child, and you're becoming completely open and vulnerable, and you're loving yourself for who you are. And when you love yourself for who you are, other people will love yourself. And when you love yourself for who you are, other people will love you for who you are. The next card that I got for you guys is you're on the right path. And it says, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Some of you are in a work situation where you feel like you're being judged unfairly, or something is unfair about your work situation, and you don't feel like you have the strength to deal with it anymore. I also see that some of you are coming out of a period of feeling like less than, like you're not good enough, like your self-esteem was low, and now you're feeling better about yourself and your ability to do the things you want to do. For those of you who have been working on a project and feel like you haven't been seeing results fast enough, you need to keep your patience and keep going, because results are going to come soon and you're going to have a lot more options. I see that it may be within 7 weeks or 7 months or 7 years if this is something you want to get long-term results out of. I see many of you building foundations right now, like you're taking each step you got to take in order to build a legacy or an empire for yourself. The next card that I got for you guys is time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. I also noticed with this card that there's like a lot of numbers, and this has something to do with time, but I think it also has something to do with like seeing numbers. Like some of you may be seeing 111 or 1111 or 555. So if you have been seeing that, pay attention to it and like write it down and look up what it means, because it's like it's trying to give you a specific message. Some of you have been avoiding making important decisions in your life, and now it's time to decide what you want to do. I see that there's things that have been weighing you down for quite some time now, and you need to decide what you want to let go of. Some of you have been going on a spiritual journey, and you've gained the answers to whatever job or career or life path that will make you happy, and you need to come out of seclusion and share what you've learned with others to help them to do the same. For others of you, I see that you may feel like God or the universe is not showing up in your life, and it's like you're not being saved from your circumstances. Like you feel like you're down on your luck, or just things haven't been working out for you anymore. But remember what I said earlier in the reading, that old things have to end for new things to begin. There's something in your life that you need to let go of, and you're resisting the change. And you need to pray or meditate or do whatever it is that you do to get in contact with your higher power and ask, like, what am I supposed to be letting go of? Or what are you trying to lead me to? Or where are you trying to lead me? You know, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I need guidance. I need help. Because there is a bright side to your situation, but first you need to let go of what needs to be let go. Some of you may want to live or work in a place that you have childhood memories from. And for others of you, I see that a love situation or your family is affecting your decision on what kind of job or career that you want to pursue. Next card that I have for you guys is Author. And it says, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make time to write it. So some of you want to or are in the process of writing a book. I see that many of you are writing about a lot of different subjects. Some of you are writing a book about how like people can be ungrateful for what God has been trying to give them, or not being able to see blessings because they're too focused on what they don't have. Some of you are writing a children's book or about creativity. Some of you are writing a book about the balance between negative and positive, or yin and yang, or masculine and feminine energy, or about moving away from earthly things into a more spiritual way of living, or living a life with more passion or courage or determination. Some of you are writing about being a leader instead of a follower, being an entrepreneur, following your passions, being optimistic and empowered, and showing others how to do the same. Some of you are writing about saving money, bankruptcy, having a lack mentality when it comes to money, or living a minimalist life. Some of you are writing about how you went through a period of change, being left out in the cold or abandoned, and basically you were living in poverty and how you got out of it. Some of you are writing about losing love, relationships, money, and material things, and how you made it through and got out of that stage in your life. Some of you may be writing about friendships or third-party love situations. Some of you are writing about imbalance or about the knowledge and wisdom that you gain and how to become more spiritually enlightened. For those of you who do decide to write this book or make yourself vulnerable enough to open up about your thoughts or feelings or beliefs or mistakes, you will get recognition for this book. And I see a lot of your wishes and dreams coming true. And for some of you, you may even acquire some fame because of it. The next card that I got for you guys is this nutrition card. And it says, you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So some of you want to become some kind of cook or chef. You want to make food that literally heals people from their aches and pains. I see some of you actually cooking with like CBD or cannabis oil in it. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's weed or marijuana, but it's in the oil form. And specifically, CBD has a lot of healing qualities in it. So THC gets you high and CBD heals you. If you don't believe me, look it up. Okay, so this is interesting. Some of you are going to be creating food that is catered to heal and balance each chakra in the body. I don't know how you're going to do that, but that's a bomb-ass idea right there. This cooking job or career is going to help you get back into your element and feel more loving and abundant and just more comfortable with your life again. And some of you may be seeking legal advice about your cooking business, or you just need to make sure that you're like 100% legit. Like get all your certifications, all your licenses or business paperwork together, because I see that you might get shut down if you don't. You may have some permit patties out there, so you need to do what you got to do to keep yourself up and running. For those of you who haven't started this cooking endeavor because you don't feel like you're confident enough, or you're not sure exactly how it's going to play out, or you're not sure how people are going to feel about it, you need to just do it. There's a reason why you wanted to do it in the first place. Like, you just need to remember what your goal is and don't worry about anything else. I see that some of you have had this idea for a while now and you haven't acted on it because of fear. And I'm telling you to just do it. It's a really good idea and you need to act on it. You don't have to tell everybody or anybody, just do it. For some of you, your cooking business has something to do with using fruit or vegetables in a creative way. And for others of you, I see that you'll be making food for like funerals, baby showers, or some kind of liquid that's healing to others. Some of you are going to become nutritionists and help people with their diet or cravings or impulses. This job or career that's related to health or food is going to have you looking and feeling good. And some of you are going to have some really strong manifestation powers. Like, you're going to attract people who want to work with you, and you're going to be attractive to people who want to work with you. You'll just be attracting in like everything that you want. The next card that I got for you is the Strength card. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. So for those of you who have been feeling down and out about your job or career or your life in general, you need to know that everything that you've experienced in your life has made you stronger and wiser in order to be ready and able to do whatever it is that you really want to do in life. Like, you couldn't get to where you are now. You couldn't get to where you are now without going through what you did in the past. And you can't get to where you're trying to go in the future without going through what you have to go through right now. Every time you felt fear, or every time you were afraid, every time you felt down on your luck, every time you felt imbalance of any kind, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, every time you were in an unhealthy relationship, every time you lost anything, every time you felt blocked or delayed, you felt limited, restrained, or tied to a person or a place or a belief system or a job or anything, Every time you had to step back to figure out what you want to do. Every time you felt heartbroken by a person or a situation. Every time you were stabbed in the back. Every time you felt like you couldn't go on any longer. Every time some person or situation came back from the past, it was all to make you the person that you are right now and the person that you're becoming. It was all so that you can learn how to get over loss and to set yourself free from any and every constraint or limiting person or place or thing, and to get you to become more creative and to look at life more optimistically, and to get you to look at the past so that you can see how far you've come, to allow you to express yourself more authentically and to shine your light and to be more passionate and more independent and more confident, and to get you to realize that what you put into life is what you get out of life, and that dreams and wishes do come true, and to get you to see that being vulnerable can be a strength, and to get you to see that you're unique and special, and that there's only one you, and you came here to be you, not anybody else, and to bring you opportunities that your soul wants to experience in this lifetime. The last card I got for you guys is this family card. And it says, loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. Some of you decided to go against the grain of what society views as normal and do things your own way, or you may have a job or career that people see as unconventional or taboo, and it's because you're no longer willing to follow outdated structures. You're no longer willing to follow old tradition or old rules or old belief systems anymore. And it's going to create so many opportunities for you and others. It's like you're becoming the catalyst, or you're becoming the thing that creates a better life for you and everybody else close to you. Some of you may be hesitant or have a fear of moving away from your family and friends to pursue a new job or career at this time. I can see that for some of you, your family and friends will be looking at you as somebody who's like free-spirited, enthusiastic, creative, spontaneous, as someone who basically doesn't know exactly how they're going to get where they're going, but they have the vision and they have the optimism and the determination and courage to get there. For some of you, your family and friends may be like challenging your beliefs or your viewpoint, and it may be frustrating because they don't see your vision. But that's okay, because not everybody's going to see your vision, but that's why it's yours, not theirs. And I'm telling you, when you start living out this vision, I see that they're going to be wondering how the hell you got there. Don't worry about people not believing in you or not seeing your vision, because it's your vision. All you need to do is focus on your vision and obtain it. And then they're going to be wondering, how did she get there? Or how the hell did she do that? Or whatever. Like, we've never done things that way, but you did things your way. And then they'll see basically the proof. You see it now, but they'll see it later. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about what they think. I know it's hard, but you really do need to forgive people for what they've done to you in the past. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to move on in your life without that issue weighing down on you anymore. Like, I see some of you purposely not trying to heal the past, or you're holding on to that pain. It's like you're not freeing yourself up because you don't want to face it. You're basically suffering like a martyr or a victim, or you're suffering from a victim mentality because you know that if you let go of this, you actually have to take responsibility for your own life and for your own actions, but you rather blame it on something or somebody else. And it's time to let that go. It's like you're choosing to be and stay unhappy or depressed, and you need to forgive and let go, because regardless of whoever was in that situation, it's hurting you the most because you're still carrying it around. It's like you can have everything you truly want, but you're not making room for it because you're holding on to stuff from the past. That reminds me of that song by Erykah Badu. It's called Bag Lady. Like, you need to look it up. Whoever this message resonates with, if it resonates with you or somebody that you know, maybe you need to tell them to look it up, because that song is a perfect example of this situation. And I know it says bag lady, but this applies to men and females and males, men and women, whatever. Others of you finally have let go of things that were holding you back, and you feel like the world is your oyster. Like, you can manifest everything and anything you want. And it's like you finally stepped into your personal power, and now You're able to find like more humor in life instead of being upset about things. And you're able to live life more lighter and creatively and optimistically. So those are all the messages I have for you guys, and hopefully some of that resonated with you. I will be uploading love readings soon, as well as a whole bunch of different videos about life subjects. That's pretty much the best way I know how to put it, but you'll see what I mean later though. So stay tuned to my channel because I'll have a lot more content coming for you guys soon. And again, if you want to connect with me or book a personal reading, all my info is listed in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for listening. Until next time, love and light to you all, and wishing you all the best. Bye.